In the meantime, let me get to Zenny in Toronto, Canada, on the line over here. Zenny, thanks for calling and holding, sir. What's up?
Hey, am I
Hey,
coming through clear?
very clearly. Thank you, sir. The best call
Nice.
of the day,
God
quality
wants
wise.
Zenny, not Seesaw. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Out with Seesaw, in with
Oh,
Zenny.
she's got to take care of her kids, man.
That's
She's out there
right.
taking care of her
What
kids.
does she
God
think
bless them.
she is?
What's she trying to get involved in politics
Millicenta?
for?
Millicent? Something like
Yeah. Was she trying to be a preacher?
that.
So I watched what was it, Punchy TV last night.
Oh,
Shout out to
good.
Punchy.
Thanks for checking that out.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Cool.
And shout out to Derek. He was going strong on the no Hindus.
Yeah, I saw your comment on that. Let me
No
pull it
Hindus.
up. No Hindus for what is that? Governor of Ohio or something like that?
Yeah, sorry, Vivek. You'd be great if you converted to Christianity. If you converted, it'd be all good. But
That's right.
can't have Shiva up in there demoning it up.
That's right.
Then he's gonna give some back alley HB1 visas to his boys.
I know. What a mess.
We can't trust it. We simply cannot trust it. We don't have the leeway to
That's
trust
true.
foreigners.
Yeah.
Things have gotten too bad in the West. Speaking of that, well, actually, another thing I wanted to touch on. You were going into the whole controversy about the young Republicans and their chat logs being doxxed
Yeah.
by Gavin Wax, as apparently as what we've heard,
Allegedly. Sure. Yeah.
allegedly,
Yep.
and apparently Gavin
Deny.
Wax is Jewish.
Oh, wow.
So he's just
Can't
playing.
trust those people.
No, they invented cancel culture, as Kanye so aptly put. They invented cancel culture, and they love to cancel their opponents.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't trust them. Just like you can't trust the Hindus because they don't believe in Jesus.
You can't even trust Christians. They'll turn on each other too. But even still, like it's better to have it's better to be Christian and uniformly Christian to have a more cohesive nation. A nation
Yeah.
has a culture, and that culture is its religion primarily. But now we have a anti Christian culture religion thing in the West, so called, in the once Christian countries.
Well, I mean, I feel like it used to be a nation was its people, and its people were usually one race. And
Yeah,
then something kind of ruined that.
and one culture, one nation meant race basically. Uh
Yeah.
and one culture meant cult religion. Yep. Anyway.
So yeah, so now that we don't have like one people, we have a kind of diverse people. We gotta unify under a religious banner, namely Jesus Christ.
Yep. So
Um,
no Hindus, huh?
no, sorry, Vivek. And it makes me suss out. Well, I mean, JD Vance is his wife. Did she convert yet? I don't know. But he named his son Vivek. That's weird, bro.
Whoa.
You got to name your son John or Bob or something American.
That's
You can't be
right.
naming your son Vivek. That's crazy.
She is a practicing Hindu per Google AI, which is not necessarily
Oh
to be trusted.
God.
But and so really his son is Vivek. Vivek or whatever.
And you know that his wife, that was her idea. Like he totally cucked to that idea. There's no way that it was his. He was like, I want to name him John. She's like, no, I want Vivek. He's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
he has a sort of an insecure vibe about him, even though he's a little bit tough. There is a touch of toughness to him, but there's as there always in sometimes in even weak men. J.D. Vance children names. Do. Ewan or whatever. Ewan
Ewan?
Ewan. I'm not sure. Is that like Ewan McGregor or whatever? Vivek and Mirabelle.
Mirabelle sounds kind of European. I like that.
Yeah.
But Vivek, I don't know about that. But I have my I don't know, the biases about JD being that he's all close with Peter Thiel and all that. I don't
Peter
trust
Thiel.
that Peter
What
Thiel.
about Peter Thiel? He's a billionaire or he's gay, or
Oh,
he's like kind of subverting slash co-opting slash buying up the right. What about Peter Thiel? Because he's involved in like tech.
basically all of what you just said, yeah, especially
Okay.
the gay part. The gay
Yeah.
part is number one. Don't trust. You
Openly
definitely can't trust a
gay.
sodomite. That's crazy. Um, but speaking of that, one of my main topic was the Callegri plan. Have you heard of the Callegri plan?
Is that how it's pronounced? I always just read because
I
I've
don't
only
know.
ever seen it in writing. You're the first person I've ever heard it said. I always read Kalergi plan or something like that.
Oh yeah, Kalergi. Yeah, you're right, Kalergi.
Okay.
I was reading it the wrong way. Callegri.
Let me
Kalergi.
let me look it up.
Yeah, I know it's Kalergi. But I think, I mean, you've obviously heard of it. A lot of people have heard of it.
Yeah. And it
You see it in comments all over Instagram and different places. Oh, it's the Kalergi plan.
yeah.
Blitzkrieg.
It's a debunked, according to Wikipedia, far-right anti-Semitic white genocide
Yeah.
conspiracy theory.
That's how you know it's right. That's how you know it's true. I was reading the exact same article. I was like, okay, it's a debunked, far-right, anti-Semitic, white genocide conspiracy theory. And we know that all conspiracy theories are eventually proven to be true.
Not all, but many.
Well, not all.
Yeah.
Most.
So this
Not Alex Jones. Not Alex Jones is one. I'm trying to get a $1.4 billion
right, of course.
settlement.
So
Not that
Richard von Coudenhove Kalergi, a Japanese-Austrian politician, or Austrian-Japanese politician, creator of the Pan-European Union, concocted a plot to mix and replace white Europeans with other races via immigration. I mean, whether this plan was the thing or not, that's effectively what's happened. I mean, it's undeniable.
Yeah, I know. We're just seeing it happen before our very eyes, and they're like, "Oh no, it's a conspiracy theory."
It just happened naturally.
Yeah, this is all. Yeah, just right around the time of the pandemic, there's just a whole bunch of forced migration just happening, just put towards all the white European countries are just being overrun right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely see it happening, and like whether it was this guy or not, even though he did write a book in which he said that this is basically going to happen, and kind of like was happy about it, or seems like it would be a good thing.
Yeah.
And then it says memes promoting the conspiracy theory often incorporate misrepresentations of Kalergi's writings, such as the false claim that he stated that Jews shall rule over Europe.
Okay. Interesting.
So it all goes back to those lovely Jays.
Shout out. Which includes you. So what do you feel about being Jewish?
Well, I mean, it's always been kind of like a give and take, and my mother is not Jewish, so
okay, so you don't count as one then.
Yeah, according to them, I'm not. I mean, I have certain I don't know, Jewish qualities, I guess, to my life, but
you're high verbal IQ.
Yeah,
you're friendly. You get along with people. You're pushy and can get your way. You're successful.
not as much as I'd like, but yeah, the black comes through and just takes it away right when I.
Yeah, interesting.
But
so do you feel a kinship with that other black Jewish, the actor guy who
Lenny Kravitz?
Juicy Smollett. Oh yeah, Lenny Kravitz. I didn't know he was
Lenny
Jewish.
Kravitz is cool. That's my boy.
Yeah, and his daughter's kind of pretty.
Yeah. No, how old is she?
Well, over 13.
You better hope so. But yeah, I mean, there's it's just kind of like, so you see that what's happening in the white nations about how they're all being kind of subverted, and the idea of the nation state is kind of being dissolved through immigration. I see it starkly in Canada, where it's just like, everyone here is like, elbows up. Oh no, Trump is going to get us. Well, it's obvious that our own government is just totally inept and just throwing us down to economic and social hell. Just everything they do is just kind of against Canadians, it really seems.
Yeah.
So, and it just seems, and we're just being flooded with all these migrants, and it's just like there's no cohesiveness to society anymore. It's just a whole bunch of multi-cult goop, and it's
Yeah.
not good. And it just makes it so that it'd be easy for, some type of overarching force to come in and just like, oh, well, the UN is taking over Canada now. It's like, oh, well, great. We're going to be unified with the world now. We're all going to be this big multi-cult. And it's just like, it just seems like it's setting it up for all that, right?
Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting because I find, and I don't know if you do, but I find it seems like the whites tend to be fair to all people per capita, typically,
Hmm.
more often than not.
Oh, yeah.
And they also think a little bit more in terms of freedom. You have a right to be wrong. Whereas
Merit.
the other races just don't believe in the First Amendment or the Second Amendment or that, you know, uh, conservative, real Christian sort of mindset or even Christian and decent. Because the Christians are like the most decent to everybody, it seems like. Whereas Jewish
Yeah.
people are like overly loosey goosey and then they're overly clamped down and on the good guys sometimes per capita.
Tribal. Very
Yeah. And
tribal.
then the Muslims are just they're either liberal or radical, um,
Hmm.
or both. And then the atheists tend to be liberal and nasty, exceptions to the rule. And
Hmm.
so, like, and then there's, the Buddhists or whatever, I don't know. But
Buddhists
it,
are pretty cool, but they're not, they just they don't really harm anyone, but I don't know. I mean, like Japanese people are awesome. I love Japan. It's a great country.
it's falling too, though. Like, it feels like everywhere the world is falling down.
Yeah, no, Japan's a great country, but their birth rate is not holding it up.
I
So they're
heard, I heard, from Bill, the engineer, after Punchy TV ended, that Japan is having an immigration problem. Muslims and blacks, or Africans or whatever, and the older people are for it because they listen to the mainstream media, which is liberal over there, and the younger people are not for it. The young people are not falling for it, but
yeah.
they are coming in, the Muslims and Africans, and they are breaking into the vending machines that they have
Yeah,
over there, and they are going into
fighting.
the unmanned stores and just not paying for their stuff. They're stealing. And
Yeah.
so it's messing up their life and their way of life and their freedom and the nice things that they can't have anymore because of
Hmm.
this immigration. What a mess, huh? Crazy.
Yeah, I just came back from Japan. I was there in September. So
Have
um
you seen any of that? What
I, yeah, I
Bill
was in
explained?
Osaka, and like the Chinese are taking over Osaka heavy. Like
Wow.
there's so many Chinese people. I mean, there's lots there in my area where I was in like a tourist area. There's lots of tourists, but there's lots of like Chinese restaurants popping up everywhere. I remember I saw like a Chinese restaurant was being built near. I could see it just like in a week. It was up. They had it running in a week,
Wow.
and lots of Chinese people around there. And you can tell because you can just tell like if they're obeying the rules of like which side to walk on or like just how you can just tell. You can just tell the Japanese people. You can just tell who they're just by how they are in the society, and you can tell the Chinese people. It's very like stark.
What are the
Uh,
Chinese like in Japan? They're not following the rules. They're
not as like closely as the Japanese. Like they'll maybe be like smoking as they're walking, which is something that is kind of frowned upon in Japan, where like
oh.
you're not supposed to be smoking as you're walking around because it could annoy people behind you or just around you. They have like certain places where like they go to smoke. It's
Wow.
usually not like in the middle of the street. They don't stand in the middle of the street just like in the way. They know
Whoa.
that they're not to be like in the middle of the street. They always go off to the side to stand and like go on their phone and stuff like that. Whereas you see like Chinese tourists will have their like bags and their entire family just blocking off the entire sidewalk and just like, bruh.
Wow. They're just kind of airheads, kind of not paying attention around them. Whereas that's what Bill said was that the Japanese are very considerate
Yes,
and the immigrants are
very,
not. And he started
very,
telling me
very.
about the Chinese too, but I didn't know what he meant. I thought that he was talking about in China. But
Mm.
wow, what a mess.
Yeah, I
Very
mean it's
interesting.
kind of bad in Osaka. In Tokyo, it's not so bad. I mean, I was in Tokyo too. There's definitely still majority Japanese. Definitely not as many Chinese or tourists around the area I was. And I think they're starting to have an issue. Like I know they had a lot of refugees from Kurdistan that came to like one specific city, and I've seen videos of them like fighting Japanese locals and like beating
Kurds?
them up because
What?
Japanese people just don't fight back very hard. They don't
Yeah.
really fight.
Right.
The majority of them. So the
Okay.
Kurdistan Kurds are just like beating them up, and the Kurds are also doing like their Muslim like they're walking around. What do you call it?
Taking over.
Their processions, like just walking around the street, just like with their signs and stuff, and like speaking in Arabic, and then Japanese people are like, "What is going on here? Like, get out!"
Wow.
But they just
Man.
elected a very hardline female, the first female. I think she's gonna be prime minister.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that she's tough on immigration, even though she's like a liberal social democrat or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about her exact political
But
affiliations, but I
she's
just
tough on
heard about her.
immigration.
Yeah, she's like, if immigrants break the rules, they're being deported immediately. Like, if you burn the Japanese flag, there's going to be huge, like, you're going to jail. So she's like a nationalist, which is
Wow.
dope, which is what we all need. We want
They calling her
nationalist
conservative.
governments. You know? Yeah, we want conservative nationalist governments who are for the people. But the thing is, it just seems like whenever you try to be a conservative nationalist, people just say you're a Nazi. You're like
Yeah.
Hitler, you know? And
Right.
that kind of brings us back to the Jays.
Yeah.
And it's like the Jays have like kind of set it up to the point where if you're a nationalist who's like, I'm Canada first, you know, they call you a Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want immigrants here? No, I don't. Oh, well, you're a Nazi. But wait a minute, my parents were immigrants, you know?
Right.
It's just like I just want to put my Canadians first before immigrants. We can have some immigrants, but we just want to put Canadians at the forefront of our tax dollars and all the things that we do as a government. You know?
Man, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I appreciate your call, Zenny.
Appreciate you, Hake. Good talking.
All right. Take care.
All right. Later.
Bye.